power is 100 kilowatt and your speed is 2400 rpm, but maximum torque what they mentioned is 500 newton meter. So which means that this fluid data is not necessary to use, because if even though we identify what is the torque, that torque is minimum when compared to this one. So in order to design a clutch, we use this torque to solve the problem, right? So since it is 25% more than the inner radius, so if I consider R2 as inner radius, so R1 is 1.25 times of R2, right? So the pressure is mentioned, so pressure is 0.07. Number of springs is given. So to hold the clutch, we have around 8 springs. The stiffness of each spring is 40 Newton per mm. So these are the things we are given, right? So since most of the units are in different terms in meter and mm, so I'm going to solve this in Newton and mm, right? Whatever we have, we will convert it to Newton and mm, right? So now the condition. So since it is dealing with power, and of course they are also mentioned under uniform wear. So because of that, we are going to consider this as a uniform wear condition, right? For uniform wear, your pressure into radius should be equal to constant, right? So we have to attain a maximum pressure. In that case, R2 is the minimum radius. So in that case, as a P into R2 is equal to C. That is what we are going to consider. So C is equal to 0.07 R2. So we got this as a equation, right? Now let us identify what is the formula for torque. So what is the formula for torque? Torque is equal to mu into W into Rm, where Rm is equal to R1 plus R2 divided by 2. So this is my equation, right? So torque is 500 Newton meter. So since we are solving in Newton and mm, so I'm writing at 500 into, so you can able to see, so 500 Newton meter, right? So 500 into 10 power 3, right? Newton mm, right? Which is equal to mu. Mu value is known, which is 0.3 into W. I don't know what is the W. So the question is to identify, what to identify, determine the initial compression in the spring. So we have to identify del. Dimensions is also you have to identify, right? So let us consider this as W, right? Into Rm. Rm is R1 plus R2 divided by 2, right? This is my formula, right? So we know what is your R1. So R1 is equal to 1.25 times of R2. So we can apply that and we will get everything in terms of R2, right? Everything in terms of R2 and W, right? Any doubt on that? Let me consider this, right? Let me consider this. So let me substitute it. What is the value? So we'll get 500 into 10 power 3 is equal to 0.3 into W into R1. So R1 is 1.25 times of R2. So I'll write as 1.25 R2 plus R2 divided by 2. Right? What you are getting in terms of W and R2? W into R2 is equal to, so I'm writing it like this, W into R2 is equal to 500 into 10 power 3 divided by 0.15 into 2.25. So what you are getting? W into R2. So W into R2 is equal to 1481.481 into 10 power 3. This is the value you are getting, right? Okay. So now we have a formula to identify W, right? And we proceed with this. What is the formula to identify W?
2 pi C into R1 minus R2.
So 2 pi C into
R1 minus
R1 minus R2, right? This is another formula which is relating, right? Relating in terms of W, right? Okay. So now, so which is equal to 2 pi C. C is a constant value which we consider in terms of R2, which is 0.07 into R2. So we'll write it here, 0.07 0.07 R2 into, of course, so here also R1 I can write it in terms of R2, which is 1.25 R2 minus R2, right? This is the value of W, which means I will get W is equal to 2 pi into 0.07 into, so when I subtract it, you'll get 0.25 into 0.25 R2 square, right? So what you are getting, what is the value of W now? W is equal to 0.1099 R2 square. Okay, now let me consider this is equation 2. And let me consider this is equation 3. Let me substitute 3 in 2, right? So when I substitute 3 in 2, what you'll get? I will get 0.1099 R2 square into R2 square is equal to this value. So 1481.483 into 10 power 3.
சார் இன்டூ R2 தானே சார் வரும் W இன்டூ
Sorry,
R2
sorry.
தானே சார்
Yeah, correct. Into R2, right? So which means I will get R2 cube is equal to 1481.481 into 10 power 3 divided by 0.1099. So what is the value of R2 then? 237.9 mm. Okay, very good. So now we got the value of R2. Now we can identify what is R1. So R1 is 1.25 into 237. And of course, I can identify the value of W also. So I will write it here.
297.4.
This is 297.49 mm. Right? Next, I will substitute this W. So W is equal to 0.1099 into R2 square. So 237.9 the whole square. So what is the value? 6224.65 Newton. Right? Very good. So which means your load is around 6.2 kilonewton. Right? It is 6.2 kilonewton. Okay. Now let us identify. So we got what is the value of W and we got all these things. The next step is I have to identify what is the load, initial compression on the spring. Okay. So initial compression in spring. Right? It is initial compression in spring. So what are the data given for that? They are given number of spring which is 8 and stiffness is 40, right? So number of springs is equal to 8. Stiffness of the spring Ks is equal to 40 Newton per mm. What is the total stiffness? Total stiffness in spring is equal to 40 into 8. So which means you are getting around 320 Newton per mm. This is the total stiffness. We know that stiffness is nothing but force W divided by deflection. Right? Force W divided by the deflection. Our aim is to identify the deflection. So what is the deflection or initial compression in this spring? So which is equal to force divided by stiffness. Right? Which is equal to, you know what is your force. So force is 6224.65. So 6224.65 divided by your stiffness 320. Right? What is the deflection? 19.44 mm. Right? This is the initial compression. So that is what they are asking. So that's what we identify. So okay, now what are the data? We identified initial compression is over. dimension of the spring wheel, that is also identified, which is R1 and R2, right? That also we identified, right? So any doubt on this?